So here's a third common limit that's important because it's actually the definition of e to the x, one of the definitions of e to the x. At e to the x written as a limit. So to prove this, we're going to start with the limit. I'm going to do the same trick that I've been using in the last couple of videos and rewrite that expression as e to the natural log of 1 plus x over n to the nth power. And again, because e to the x is a continuous function, we can actually move the limit inside of the function since the limit and the function value will be the same everywhere. So we can rewrite this as e to the limit as n approaches infinity of the natural log of 1 plus x over n to the nth power. So if we look at what we really want this to be, we really want that exponent, all of that limit, to be x. Because if that's x, then we've shown that this limit is e to the x. So that's what I'm going to show. So I'm going to show that, and we're just going to use L'Hopital's rule. So we're going to show that the limit as n approaches infinity of the natural log of 1 plus x over n to the n equals x. Once I have shown this, we'll come back to this point, and then we'll see that this will be equal to e to the x, and we'll be done with our proof. Okay, so to do this, since this is the natural log of something to an exponent, I can rewrite, let's start on the left side, right? We don't know this equals x, that's what we want to show. So I'm going to rewrite this as n times the natural log of 1 plus x over n. That's it. And I want to prepare this for L'Hopital's rule so that we can use it. And to do that, what I'm going to do is multiplying by n is the same as dividing by 1 over n. So I'm going to rewrite this as the natural log of 1 plus x over n in the numerator over 1 over n. Now, let's think about what kind of indeterminate form we have here. In the numerator, as n gets really large, this term goes to 0, and natural log of 1 is 0. So this numerator goes to 0 as n gets very, very large, and the denominator also goes to 0 as n gets very large. So we have a 0 over 0 form, which means that we can use L'Hopital's rule. L'Hopital's rule means we are going to take the derivative with respect to the variable n in this case. So applying L'Hopital's rule, I'm going to treat x like a constant, and n is the thing that's changing here. N is our independent variable. So we're going to write, that's going to be the limit as n approaches infinity of the derivative of the natural log of 1 plus x over n. So we know the derivative of the natural log of anything will be 1 over that input of 1 plus x over n. And by the chain rule, we have to multiply by the derivative of the inside with respect to n, which is going to be a xn to the negative 1 power. So it's negative x over n squared is the derivative of the inside of that inside. In the denominator, the derivative of n to the negative 1 power, or 1 over n, will be negative 1 over n squared. So let's see what this gives us. So here we have, this is limit as n approaches infinity, 1 over 1 plus x over n times negative x over n squared, and dividing by negative 1 over n squared is the same as multiplying by a negative n squared. So some things cancel out here, right? We have a negative times a negative, so that'll be positive. These guys cancel out. And we have a positive. And so we're left with the limit as n approaches infinity of x over 1 plus x over n. It's x that's growing, n that's growing really, really large. So x remains the same in the numerator. This will go to 0 as n gets very big, and we're left with this limit is just x. Let's remember where we left off. We left off over here when we had rewritten our limit as e to the natural log of 1 plus x over n to the n. We move the limit inside of the power, in the power. We found that this limit is actually x, which means that our original limit will be e to the x. And we've shown that e to the x equals the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus x over n to the nth power.